Hersheypark is an amusement park obviously located in Hershey, Pennsylvania. They have 14 operating roller coasters, plus a wide variety of other rides and attractions. I will be visiting this park in mid-June, and like I did with King's Dominion, I wanted to rank their roller coasters before visiting. This gives me a list to compare to when I then experience the coasters. So here's my pre-ranking of the Hersheypark roller coasters. Let's start off this pre-ranking with number 14, Coca Cruiser. This is a pretty standard Zamperla gravity coaster you can find at many other parks in the US, including Dorney Park, which is an hour away from Hershey. I haven't decided if I'm going to ride this, due to it being a standard kiddie coaster that you can find at a lot of parks. However, I do want the credit because I'm a coaster enthusiast. At number 13 is Wild Mouse. This is a standard Wild Mouse coaster by Mock Rides that doesn't seem to do anything special. It only stands 45 feet tall, it doesn't even reach 30 miles per hour. This is a ride I've been a bit confused as to why it's at Hersheypark. It's a Wild Mouse coaster that has bad capacity, 4 riders per train. Not a coaster you'd expect at a destination theme park like Hersheypark. But anyway, I'll ride this for the credit, then move on. Number 12 is Trailblazer. This is an Aero mine train that opened all the way back in 1974. This has been considered a mid-tier mine train for many people, and judging off the layout, it definitely seems to be that way. I do think the finale of this ride, which is a double helix, seems to be a lot better than other Aero mine train finales, but other than that, I don't have much expectations for this ride, other than it will be janky. Number 11 is Jolly Rancher Remix. This is a Vekoma boomerang you can find at 50 other parks in the world. Yes, that is true. But this boomerang is considered better than many others. However, this also seems to apply to Flying Cobras at Carowinds, a ride I did not enjoy. But hopefully this boomerang is different, and you never know. I could have sat in a bad row on Flying Cobras, but even still, these boomerangs are known to give bad ride experiences. Hopefully this one is better, however my expectations aren't that high. Number 10 is Super Duper Looper. This coaster is given credit for being one of the first vertical loops on the East Coast, opening all the way back in 1977. This ride is incredibly similar to Great American Revolution at Six Flags Magic Mountain, which opened a year before. This ride is defined by its vertical loop, and other than that, it just has some generic twists and turns, but still makes great utilization of its terrain. This should be a fun ride, but nothing mind-blowing. Number 9 is Comet. This is a classic PTC wooden coaster that opened all the way back in 1947. This ride would seem to deliver some awesome airtime if it still had buzz bar restraints. However, the trains were changed and the restraints were replaced in 2024 with normal lap bars. I always love a classic wooden coaster, and although Comet may not be the greatest one out there, it should still definitely be worth a ride. Number 8 is Laugh Track. This is the only indoor coaster at the park. It's a spinning coaster by Mauer that's themed to a funhouse, or, at least temporarily, it's themed to the USA for its 250th anniversary. The funhouse is a really cool theme for a coaster, and considering that these Mauer spinners already have great receptions among the coaster community, and the fact that this has some really good theming, as I mentioned earlier, this seems like it could be a sleeper hit. I haven't been on too many spinners either, so this will be a unique experience for me. This is a ride I'm really looking forward to at Hersheypark. Number 7 is Lightning Racer. This is a pair of dueling GCI wooden coasters, which sounds amazing, but the reviews of this ride are definitely not what you'd first expect. A lot of people say this ride is not too exciting and not insanely thrilling, some even calling it rough. This is another ride I think my opinion will differ from others. It seems to have multiple airtime moments and many interactions between the two sides. These are both things I look for in a coaster, and that's a reason why I'm really looking forward to this ride, despite the backlash from it among the community. Number 6 is Fahrenheit. This is an Intamin vertical lift coaster that's only one of 2 in the world. It does seem to have some interesting elements, like a Norwegian loop. I think this ride looks a bit overrated, although many say it's a top 5 ride in Hersheypark. Sure, it has many inversions and interesting elements, but I just don't see how these elements will flow into one another. I could be underestimating this ride, however, and there's definitely a chance this will be a very fun ride. Number 5 is Great Bear. I personally always enjoy B&M inverts, and although this one is considered not as good as the others, that doesn't mean I won't enjoy it. This is one of the only terrain inverter coasters out there, which should add some near misses to the coaster. Great Bear is also known for having a weird support structure, as it sits right next to the Spring Creek River. I think this ride's uniqueness will contribute to the ride experience, and my love for B&M inverts are both reasons why I rank this in my top 5 pre-ranking. Number 4 is Candemonium. This is a B&M Hyper, and actually the most recent B&M Hyper to open. B&M Hypers are always a blast, and this one, like Great Bear, is considered not the best of its model. However, I have no clue why people hate on this ride. It's not the largest B&M Hyper, but it seems to have a fantastic layout and even interacts with the Chocolate Town area below. This is a ride I cannot wait for, and should hopefully be one of my favorite coasters at Hersheypark. Number 3 is Sky Rush. Before you flame me in the comments, I'm going to start by saying that I do not understand the hype for this ride. Sure, there does seem to be many airtime moments, and the ride is apparently very intense, but I don't understand why people say this is the best coaster in the park. The layout just seems above average, and it doesn't seem to have many standout elements. I've also heard that this ride is rough the farther back you sit. There's a lot going for this coaster, however, I definitely think it seems overrated. However, my opinion could be definitely changed when I experience this coaster. Number 2 is Storm Runner. The reason I rank this above Sky Rush is because of what I want out of the coaster. The launch of this ride is what defines it, and many say that this launch is one of the best launches you can experience anywhere. And as hydraulic launch coasters become more endangered, this makes Storm Runner near the top of many people's intimate accelerator list. The one thing I want out of a coaster is standout elements, and Storm Runner has 2 very notable moments. One of them, of course, being the launch, and the other being the flying snake dive, which is considered a very whippy element. Overall, Storm Runner should be a blast, and I can't wait to experience it. Number 1 is Wildcat's Revenge. This is an RMC conversion of the GCI wooden coaster Wildcat, and this RMC looks absolutely amazing. This has some elements that just seem to flow perfectly into the next. This is regarded as an upper tier RMC, and it's really not hard to see why. I mentioned how I loved standout elements. Well, Wildcat's Revenge absolutely delivers some amazing elements, such as a step-up underflip, which I've never experienced before, and a 0G stall, which are always awesome. RMCs are always amazing and deliver incredible ride experiences. This should hopefully be, without a doubt, my favorite ride in the park. And there is my pre-ranking of the Hersheypark roller coasters. Let me know what you thought of this video down below in the comments, because I probably made a crazy ranking that didn't make any sense. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe, as you will also appear on my subscriber screen at the end of my videos. Also check out my second channel, Off-Ride Experience, for copyright-free off-ride footage, and my Patreon for early access and bonus videos. Now thank you for watching.